Welcome to the unofficial Beausejour Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm here, your host, Corey, with my co-host, also Corey.
I'm also Corey.
He is also Corey. The first weekend's done. Corey, how do you feel about that opening weekend for the BSHL?
Very excited. A lot of hard-hitting games. Some fast games. This league is looking really bright. It looks even bigger than last year's.
Yeah, I agree. The crowd's crazy. So I went to the first game in Miramichi with Tracy and Cheryl. Saturday night, that was Friday night. Saturday night, we were in River Valley. You came along. Tracy and Cheryl came again. So we'll get into that Saturday night game. We'll start with Friday. So we got there, and I haven't been to a game at the Civic Center in a couple of years. And man, I was not ready for what I saw. I'm going to tell you right now. We got there. We had to park on the side of the road, a few-minute walk from the Civic Center, and I was immediately pumped. I was like, this is amazing. It was about a 5-minute wait in line to get in. Everybody was like super positive, super happy to be there. And getting inside, it was no different. I'll tell you, we got to our seats, had a seat, and it really started to hit me like the impact that the BSHL and these teams have on local communities. In Miramichi and River Valley, you know, so many people are there having a drink or two, having a poutine, buying the program, stimulating the economy a little bit. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's just seeing everybody out and having fun.
Absolutely. And the people of Miramichi got a lot to be excited for. They made some great signings that we talked about already. Just some good things coming to Miramichi.
Yeah, some great signings, and then those guys are really showing that they're amazing. So Miramichi, puck dropped, and I think about 10 seconds in, there was a hit that I've got on TikTok and YouTube where a Miramichi player got just smacked. And it's almost like it woke the crowd up. The crowd was like, whoa, that was huge. And it's like, we're back. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, it was Tyler Clare that got hit behind the net, but bounced right back up, right back into the play. And it was fantastic, man. It was Miramichi's got a heck of a team this year, Corey.
They really do. We'll get into the time I saw them in River Valley. Actually, it's in Doketown, right?
Doketown, yeah.
Doketown. But for Miramichi versus Bucktouche, an entertaining game. I was not there. I've seen the clips and everything. A goal-filled game, especially in the first two periods. Why don't you get into that?
Yeah, 5 minutes in, Kennedy Gallant scored, and then I think 6 or 7 minutes in, import Alex Bernier potted one, and man, that kid is Alex Bernier is a pretty skilled defenseman. He's pretty impressive. So I think that's going to be a great signing.
He really is. I've seen him play. Just very skilled. Very. The word is skilled. You can't say much more than that. He's really good.
Yeah, he's fast. He's a good puck moving defenseman. Clearly, he's got a high hockey IQ. He makes really good decisions with the puck. He just impressed me. Not the most impressive player for me. For some reason, he's been great, but Claire looks amazing.
Yeah.
He's all over the ice. He's got some really nice moves, good hands, fast guy, can hit, can take a hit. Every time he's on the ice, it seems like something exciting's happening. So that was fun to see.
He's excited. There's a lot of players though that are like, ooh, that guy. There are more players that remind me. Hate to bring it to the Hawks again, but there are more players in the league this year that remind me of Mackenzie Brown, a Robbie Graham, a Dunnick Crit. Then like they didn't have those players last year. Like they might have had one really good player. Now the league is really beefed up.
Yeah, the league skill wise has picked up this year, and that's going to be great for the fans. It's going to be great for competition. stick on that Miramichi game, I have to say, we had an interview with him a couple weeks ago. Alex Collette did not disappoint Miramichi. I think
No.
Miramichi finished with 61 shots on goal. He stopped 56 of 61 shots. You lose 5-2. You're the JCs. That's frustrating. That's not the way you want to start your season. But you've got to look at the positives. And Alex
Hmm.
Collette being as good as he is a huge positive.
The saves that I have seen that you posted, or that you just showed me, maybe haven't posted them yet. He there is no doubt about it. He is the best goalie in the league, hands down.
Yeah, I agree with you. I know Saturday night was a rough night for the JCs. They lost 9-0, is it?
9-0, yeah.
9-0. So going from Friday where the Northmen won 5-2, and just really dominated the play. They just looked spectacular. Moving on to Saturday,
You want to get
Dalhousie
into
was in.
the other goals though?
We can go for it.
Uh, I'm not sure if I got this name wrong. Is it Milson?
Yeah, yeah,
So I have Milson, and right on the bottom of that, I have Wilson. So I
yeah.
got confused if I just didn't like.
Brendan Milson, and Jeff Wilson are separate players.
All right.
Um,
So it was 4-0 Miramichi at that point. And then after that, Buck 2 scored, Sam LeBlanc. Miramichi with their fifth goal, Denver Dunfield.
yep.
And Buck 2 with their second and final goal, Logan Timmins. And it ended 5-2. Disappointing for Buck 2, but like you said, the Alex Collette was great in net. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think both of those JC's goals came on the power play, which not super. They really struggled to keep up with the Northmen in the in most of the game, but it's by
Yeah.
no means did they look bad. They just
No,
looked like a team that I think the Northmen hit the ice, saw how big the crowd was, and how do you not get pumped up?
exactly. There were some key pieces missing from Bucktouche as well. Um, do you want to get into what your girlfriend broke to us?
Um, no, because I'm going to wait and see what gets announced.
All
We
right.
might have some
So,
insider information. I tend to not talk about the insider information until it's confirmed. So we'll stick with that. That's gone well so far.
okay.
But there are some reasons for JC's fans to be pretty excited in the coming weeks.
Absolutely. They still have a phenomenal team.
Yeah. They play again on Sunday. So Saturday night they lost 9-0 in a game that the exact
Yeah.
quote from a fan to me was they haven't been that disappointed in a game in a long time. And I think that's
Yeah.
fair. Um,
It really was disappointing. 9-0. Hey, games like that happen.
yeah.
You can be the best
On
team
every
ever,
level.
and you can still lose.
Yeah.
Every level. I'm going to get into the goal scorers real quick, if you don't mind. All from Dalhousie, obviously. Joey Morrison, Pascal Valcourt. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Blake Kaplan, Vincent Cheris. Am I saying that right?
Shada. Yeah.
Shada, Philip Nazar, Ryan McClare, Mockler. Am I saying that right? Mockler. Francis Thibault, Jesse Ko Bernard. Is that his nickname?
Jesse Bernard is a heck of a player. He's been playing league for years. Yeah. Jessica Bernard is,
So it's
skilled guy.
Jesse Ko Bernard.
Jessica. Yeah.
Jessica. I thought it was basically maybe his nickname,
No.
like he's got a one-hit knockout. And the
No.
final goal was Jeremy Doucette.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
those were the goal scorers from Dalhousie in that 9-0 loss in Bucktouche.
Yeah. That I'm sure was very frustrating for the Bucktouche fans. Disappointing, but again, I think there's already been a release by the JCs on Facebook today, kind of saying, we're going to put that behind us. We're going to bounce back. Obviously, it was disappointing. Obviously, it wasn't what we wanted to see happen. But, you and I both know the JCs are a great organization. They've got a lot of really good talent.
Absolutely.
Now that the fishing season is done, now that, some of those seasonal work, not just fishing, but a lot of the seasonal work is done. Some of
Yeah,
those guys will be able to get back on the ice. The team's going to look probably very different come Sunday in Rishabakto.
yeah. Oh yeah, and those are the games that you wait for, Bucktoosh and the Hawks. So I
Absolutely.
can't wait for that one.
Moving on now, we have the season opener in Spring Hill. They looked really good, apparently. A couple
They
people
looked
reached out to
really
me.
good.
And were like, man, the coal miners look like a whole new team this year, even though they've got so many returning players.
They got maybe they got their skates on this time. Maybe it's one of these things where the first season jitters are over and now it's time to play hockey.
Yeah. Also, I think you get some good chemistry going with some of the other guys. I'm sure they're probably excited to get back out there this year. I have no doubt that the coal miners can compete, and I have no doubt they can go far this year.
Absolutely, I think it's just a matter of doing it.
So, goal scorers in this game, Corey.
We got Adam Chipman got the first goal, followed by Jan Toth,
Yeah.
and that ended the first period. In the second period, Adam Chipman with his second goal, Chris Doyle, and Rene George, or George, whichever. I'm not sure if he's French or not. In the third period, we had Michael Clark and Rene George with a second goal. 5-2 Spring Hill win.
Rene George was their scoring leader last year.
Yep.
So not surprised to see him on the board. Adam Chipman, obviously a very skilled guy, but Rene George never disappoints.
No, I remember him from last year. He's there's a few of these guys that like just looking at him, I don't remember them, but hearing the name, I remember the name. Remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm excited to get to Spring Hill this Saturday. I can't wait to see the coal miners on the ice. I'm looking forward to seeing the Hawks, obviously, being a longtime Hawks fan. But yeah, I can't wait to get Spring Hill. Can't wait to get some Paisanos pizza. I'm just going to be honest. Paisanos pizza. I'm a
Yeah,
fan.
that's gonna be good.
Now let's get into the last game, which we were at in
This was a
Doketown.
fantastic game.
Oh, man. What a game. Where do you want to start?
What a game from the beginning.
All right, so let's talk about the
um,
food.
the food.
The food
The
came before the
burgers are the
game. What do
best.
you want?
Yep, the food was really good. The cheeseburgers there with the with the was it fried onions?
Oh, buddy. The best cheeseburgers in the league. Crazy good
Yep.
cheeseburgers.
I was sitting right in front of Corey, and I'm like, if these aren't the best, I'm gonna be really disappointed in you. And he just scowled at me like, don't worry about that. The funny part is, I was ordering my burger, and I hear fried onions, fried onions. Was Corey yelling at me to get fried onions on the burger?
They're great. The fried onions are fantastic. Yeah,
I
really
told that to my
good food.
mom. I told that to my mom. The fried onions, fried onions. She's like, that sounds like something your friends would do.
They're good, man. What can I say? Yeah,
They're really good.
I love their rink. They've got a small rink. It's not seats, it's
Yeah.
benches. It's too bad there's not more seating because I think they could have filled them for this game.
Yeah, the there really was it it was cool, but at the same time it was lacking. It was lacking seats. They got the crowd for it. Um, when you told me that it was like this in Elsie, where the junior Seahawks play, I was like, I get why the regular Hawks, the senior Hawks, play in Rishubuktu, because there would be no place for anybody. They would be turning people at the door.
Yeah.
So kind of small. I want to talk about something that I found out yesterday that just made me laugh. So for a lot of people, I don't know if Corey doesn't want this out, cut it right here. I'm sorry.
All
But for a
right.
lot of people that don't know, Corey's cousin plays for River Valley. Connor, right?
Caleb.
Caleb. He's got a twin brother named Connor that we're friends with.
His
So
brother
Caleb
comes
was
to
the
wrestling
backup
shows
goal.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came to one wrestling show. That's why I didn't remember his name. Um, So he was the backup goalie for River Valley. The starter for Miramichi that day was a guy named Daniel Vautour. Now,
Yeah.
I have a cousin named Daniel Vautour, not the same guy. But the next morning, my mom was like, "Did you know my cousin Ronnie's son plays in that league?" I'm like, "Not Daniel Vautour." She's like, "Oh, you know him?" I'm like, "So I'm related to him?" She's like, "Yeah, he's your third cousin." I'm like, "Wait. So my cousin played for Miramichi and took on Corey's cousin who played for River Valley. And we were there to see it. How weird is the world?"
Yeah, I mean it's a small province. What are you gonna do? Yeah, my cousin is a backup goalie for River Valley. Plays for the Lumberjacks. Caleb, good guy, good goalie. They've got a really fun team. I've mentioned it before. I
Yeah,
just like their social media, I like everything they do. But River Valley came out
they
firing.
they surprised me. They surprised me big time. I did not expect them to be that good. I'm gonna be honest with the way you were hyping up Miramichi, and Miramichi came back. I get that, but River Valley has nothing to be ashamed of.
I mean, I'm hyping Miramichi's. Miramichi's a great team, but I'm not taking anything away from River Valley. River Valley was a good team last
No,
year. They lost to a very talented JC's team, but a lot of those games were close. I'm not shocked that they were as good as they were on Saturday.
it. Oh yes, you were. Oh yes, I turned to you and I was like, "Were you expecting this?" And you were like, "No, no, I was
I,
not.
all
Not
right,
like
I'll be
this."
fair. You're right. You're right. I wasn't expecting, but when you turned to me and said that, I'll go through the scoring a little bit here. So we had
Go for it.
Alex Verno open the scoring 5 minutes in for the Lumberjacks, followed by Gavin Hart and then Benji Curtis. And at the end of the first period, it's 3-0 Lumberjacks. And I don't think anybody
So
was expecting that.
before you continue, it's Gavin Hart.
Yeah, Gavin Hart.
Gavin Hart. Okay, then the BSHL website needs to check on their spelling then, because on the website it said Bavin Hart.
Oh, yeah, no, Gavin Hart. So Alex Verno, Gavin Hart, and Benji Curtis open up scoring for the Lumberjacks. And end of the first, they're up 3-0. I was surprised. I mean, but great. It was fun. The crowd was really into it. There were some Miramichi fans around us. They were a little surprised given what they saw Friday. But
Hmm.
really early in the second, the Northmen came back. Brett Young with a goal, and it was 3-1. But the Lumberjacks quickly came back again. 2:58 into the second period, Peter Trainer scores a goal, and they're up 3 goals again. So kind
Yep.
of, quieted the crowd down a little bit. But after that, it was all Northmen.
Yeah. In the second period, there were two more goals by Miramichi, and the third, you kind of smelled it coming.
Yeah, Tyler Clare and Alex Bernier scores again, and then Chris Keating scores
Hmm.
a pair in the third, and it finishes
Yeah,
5-4 in a
for
stunned prospect
Miramichi.
race.
Yeah.
Like you could just see
um,
everybody was like, "What just happened?" But I don't think anybody went home upset. It's early in the season. We're gonna see things. Who knows what's gonna happen this weekend? You never know. All that I can say is, for my money, that was a phenomenal game. Both teams played hard. It was great to watch.
yeah. Um, I think our predictions for game of the week, and I only saw one, obviously, but I think if you'd have to rank them, it seems like the weakest game would have been Dalhousie Bucktouche because it was really one sided. Spring Hill versus Shippigan, that would have been third. Second, Bucktouche and Miramichi, and the game of the week, as we said, River Valley and Miramichi.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might flip that Spring Hill game with that second Miramichi game. Um,
Yeah,
I think this everything I heard the Spring Hill game was a lot of fun. Not
really.
how Shippigan wanted it to go for sure, but I heard that the crowd was big, the crowd was loud, and they had a lot of fun. So I think it could go either way between Miramichi and Bucktouche and that Shippigan Spring Hill game. But ultimately, we saw a lot of fans at most of the games, and man, it's great for the league. It's great for the players. I think it's phenomenal for the fans. So yeah, if you would have told me that's how week one ends, I think that's as good as we can get.
I'd agree with that. It
I
was a
don't
really
think that.
good.
Good.
No, it was just a really good week. Great start. Wish we could have gotten that Hawks game on Sunday, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
My Dolphins pulled out a win yesterday, so I wasn't too heartbroken to be able to be sitting at home watching the Dolphins game.
Well, our Habs pulled out a win against Connor Bedard because that's what everybody's saying. Not Chicago Blackhawks, but Connor Bedard. And my Minnesota Vikings got a win yesterday. I guess you'd call it that. They just beat the Bears, and everybody beats the Bears, so you know, not a big
Um,
deal.
you're not wrong. So yeah, I think overall that's a phenomenal weekend for me. I got to get to a couple hockey games, watch some football. I'm excited. Like that's the number one thing
Yep.
is first of all, the support that I've been getting from everybody is just. I mean, I don't think either of us were expecting to get the support that we're getting, Corey.
No, no, actually, it's gone. And credit all goes to you. I've said it before. You shouldn't be too modest about it because you do 100% of the work. I'm here as a talking head. Interviews, content, editing, everything. It's all Corey. Almost said Joel.
That's Joel's the Wrestling with the Bros guy, which is also a great
Yeah,
podcast. Check it out on YouTube. Wrestling with the Bros. Joel Dion plays. But yeah, I mean,
I'm there.
this has definitely been Corey's there. I'm there. It's been a labor of love. I think I'm glad that people are enjoying it. Hopefully, it can continue. I'm glad that teams are supporting it. I'm really excited to keep working with different teams in the league and just keep promoting this league because this is really good hockey.
It really is. It's incredible. And it's like I said, it feels, and we're gonna have to wait and see, obviously, because you never know. You never know what'll happen. It can take a dip or whatever, but the future looks bright for this season.
I agree. We even saw a couple good fights, so can't complain when you get a couple good fights at
Yeah.
games you go to. That
So those players are now suspended a game, right?
I think it's one game after a fight, or I don't know. Nobody's been able to fully clarify the rule with me because I don't think anybody knows the rule. But I think there
I
is a
think it's
one
a
game
stupid fight.
suspension. A stupid
I think
rule or
it's
a
a
stupid
stupid
fight?
fight. Stupid rule, I mean. Stupid fighting rule. Um,
Stupid fighting
I, I
rule.
just, I just, if you fight, you're out of the game of this game. I'd be okay with that, but
That's
to
the old rule.
suspend them an extra game, I just, I just don't get it.
So I think the best fight was probably that Devin Munn fight in River Valley.
Yeah,
He
yeah, I'd agree with that.
he's a big dude. He
There was a
loves to
good
toss
one
him.
with Bucktoosh and Miramichi, though.
Yeah, Kennedy Gallant had a fight. I can't remember
Yeah,
who Kennedy Gallant fought. That was a good one though.
yeah, yeah. It was
In
really good.
in Miramichi, we had Denver Dunfield against Devin Munn, and yeah, it didn't disappoint. Both guys got some shots
No,
in. You can find video of that one on the Northman Facebook page. I don't have any video of it personally, but I enjoyed it live. I enjoyed watching the video of it, and if Devin Munn hears this, uh, good on you for that fight. Good job to Denver Dunfield too. We always enjoy a good fight,
yep,
but one thing I'm going to mention about that Lumberjacks game in the last 10 seconds, John Hardy. John Hardy is a great hockey player. John Hardy has a really high hockey IQ, and it's evident in plays like this.
yeah,
So there's a
oh yeah,
face-off. John Hardy gets the puck, goes around the center, passes it off to his winger. John Hardy, the defenseman, passes it off to his winger, who then return passes it to Hardy, and Hardy has about a 10-foot breakaway and a great save by Daniel Vautour. But
yeah.
what a play by Hardy. Like, what an individual effort. That guy worked his butt off for that play. And, man, it was – you can see a video of that on my Facebook page or my TikTok or my
Yeah.
YouTube. I don't know. I think it's everywhere.
It,
I love that play.
imagine if that goes in. If Vautour doesn't stop that puck, the place would have been unglued.
Oh, my God. It would have been crazy. I was pretty impartial in that game, and I just was there to enjoy a good game, and I think I'd have been out of my seat for that one. Just a phenomenal individual play by Hardy. Too bad it didn't go the other way, but good for Miramichi. They get 2 wins this weekend. They're leading the league right now, and I'm not surprised by that.
No. So yeah.
That's about all we have. It was a great weekend. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all your support. Corey, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
BSHL podcast. Check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Podbean and everywhere else you listen to podcasts. And thanks again. See you soon.
Take care.